Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the GH locker room, Lucas noticed Isaiah picturing the procedure as a pre-op routine. When Isaiah left, Lucas discovered an Eckert's Danish in his locker just as Brad approached and reminded him that he needed to eat something from the bakery before surgery. Lucas was upset that Brad had overstepped his boundaries, but Brad explained that he had purchased Eckert's for the staff and couldn't pass up giving Lucas a treat before surgery. The two had an unpleasant moment when Lucas' towel slipped off. Brad suggested Lucas get a mole looked out before leaving. Jason walked inside Sonny's office at his request. Sonny promptly tossed him one of Holly's jewels as a request. "I think it's time you tell me what really went on in Africa," Sonny was saying. Jason described his and Anna's encounters with Sidwell, as well as how Holly assisted them in their escape. He asked Sonny if Holly had handed him the diamond. Sonny told him sure, and Holly had several more. When Jason inquired how many, Sonny said, "Enough to know Holly's trouble, but she might be the kind of trouble that's worth it." Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soap operas? Join the debate on our SC forums. Click here to interact with fans and participate in debates immediately. Sonny wanted to cooperate with Holly, but Jason cautioned him that Sidwell could come after him. Sonny assumed Sidwell had died, but Jason revealed that he had lived and was in the United States seeking for Holly. Jason stated that he made a mistake by leaving Sidwell alive. Sonny only wanted to move the diamonds quickly, but not today because they both needed to go to the hospital. Alexis sat with Danny and Scout for breakfast before heading to the hospital to visit Sam. Scout wondered if Aunt Molly and Aunt Christina would be present. Alexis said no, and Danny pointed out that Sam didn't want to make a big deal about the procedure. "But this is a major deal. Mom is saving someone's life," Scout stated. When Scout cleaned her hands in the restroom, Alexis complimented Danny on his big brother skills. "I think you're awesome, and so is your mom," Alexis added. Brennan called Carly and said they needed to meet. Carly had to decline, explaining that she was at the hospital for an essential reason. Carly entered Sam's room. "It's going to take a miracle for Lulu to pull through this surgery, but what matters is she's getting a chance because of you," Carly claimed. Sam shrugged it off, claiming she was simply doing what anyone would do. Sam also questioned what Carly truly desired. Carly admitted she only wanted to say thank you. As Carly and Sam were bonding, Brennan walked in and told her he needed to talk to her right immediately. When Sam was alone again, Alexis came by with Danny and Scout. Sam had Alexis promise to take her children to school, but Alexis couldn't stop complimenting Sam on how incredible she was for saving a life. Sam was enjoying her time with her children and mother until Dante, Rocco, and Sonny arrived. "Thank you so much, Sam. You are going to save my mother's life." "I don't know how I'll ever repay you," Rocco said. Brennan and Carly went outdoors to discuss. Brennan wanted Carly to get Jason to collaborate and tell them more about what happened in Africa when he rescued Lucky. After all, he assisted her when she requested. Carly questioned why Brennan went out on a limb for her. "If you have to ask, you're not as smart as I thought you were," Brennan told you. Jason soon appeared and interrupted their talk. "When you called, you didn't say he'd be here," Jason said me. Carly didn't care. She needed a favor, but Jason wondered if it was really for Brennan. "Jack needs to know what happened in Africa," Carly stated. An enraged Jason stated that he had already told Jack what had transpired and had nothing else to say. Jack was certain Jason had left anything out. Carly ultimately persuaded Jason to speak before walking away. Jason admitted that Holly was up to something. Brennan instantly realized Holly had taken something precious from Sidwell. It was diamonds. She stole a fortune from him, Jason explained. Laura maintained vigil at Lulu's bedside, assuring her that help was on its way thanks to Sam. When Laura looked back, she noticed Dante and Rocco by the door. Rocco strolled up to his mother's bed, leaving Dante and Laura wondering if Lulu would recognize him if she ever awoke. In the hospital waiting room, Rocco later pleaded Dante not to send him to school. Dante stated that they would leave the decision to Sam. Dante and Sam went away while Isaiah approached Laura, informing her that it was time to prepare Lulu for surgery. Isaiah stated that Lulu was taking anticoagulants to thin her blood clot, but there were no promises. My daughter has been battling for her life since she was a tiny little kid and has won. Laura added, if you give her the chance today, she will win again. When Sam was brought into surgery, her loved ones gathered to wish her well. Jason arrived just in time for him and Sam to exchange knowing eyes before turning to face their son. Sam raised her hand to show the deuces sign as she was taken away. Rick sat down with Heather in the Pentonville visitor area. Heather instantly stated that she missed Alexis. Rick was astonished to hear her say that, but then he informed her that he had some news. Heather's sentence had been vacated, and she was scheduled to be released. Heather was surprised and assumed Rick was joking. Rick told her he wasn't. Heather assumed she'd be sent to a minimum security prison with a volleyball court, but Rick assured her that she would be released. She was not even going to be on parole. Heather was about to jump for delight when she realized how big the news was. She embraced Rick and promised to make the most of her second chance. Heather intended to head straight to Kelly's for a BLT, not aware that the diner had been renamed Bobby's. Rick attempted to bring Heather back to earth by reminding her that she would need money and a place to live. Heather expected Laura to take her in, but Rick informed her that Laura was going through a family problem. Heather proposed Alexis next, but Rick warned her that Alexis was experiencing the same crisis as Laura. Just drop me off at Quartermain's. Heather stated, I can hang out there for weeks without anyone knowing I'm there. Heather eventually called Elizabeth to tell her the great news and requested if Liz could pick her up in Pentonville for Franco's sake. Before Liz could respond, she noticed Rick approaching toward her. Rick informed Liz that Heather needed a place to stay, but he disliked the notion of Heather being alone with Liz and Aiden. However, he made a suggestion. I could move in too, Rick said, eliciting loud laughter from Elizabeth. Elizabeth approached Portia at the nurse's station. Liz had heard of Heather's release and inquired what she could do to assist Portia's family. Portia only wanted to focus on Lulu and Sam's operations. She stated that she would not be focusing on Heather and would delegate responsibility to Curtis. Elizabeth cautioned Portia to be careful. Heather has a powerful ally in Rick, and if he gets wind that you're moving against his client, he will respond in kind, Liz informed her companion. Anna stopped by the hospital to check on Laura and volunteered to keep her company during the surgery. Laura praised Anna for bringing Lucky home. Anna told Laura that Lucky was determined to be Lulu's donor. Anna stated how pleased she was with Lucky's ability to remain calm during a crisis. He's a Spencer, Laura replied, smiling. Cyrus interrupted to ask Laura if he might pray for Lulu. Cyrus conducted a prayer with Laura, and Anna stepped away. Laura then asked Cyrus to phone first the next time and stated that she did not want any more surprise visits. After Cyrus left, Anna rejoined Laura. Laura inquired whether Anna had heard from Valentine, however, Anna had not. Laura stated that Charlotte should be aware of the situation and present. Laura stated that Charlotte's life on the run was unhealthy. The more I think about it, the more angry I am at Valentine that he took her, she said. Anna pledged to find Valentine and return Charlotte to her family. Heather felt grateful to have seen Stephen and Elizabeth outside of Pentonville. Liz embraced her brother. Heather found it ironic that she and Stephen were being released from prison at the same moment, but he revealed that he had been out for a few months. Heather asked why he hadn't told her, and he reminded her that they hadn't communicated in a long time. Liz had to return to work, but Heather already knew where she wanted to go with Stephen. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soap operas? Join the debate on our SC forums. Click here to interact with fans and participate in debates immediately. Stephen and Heather visited Bobby's for BLTs. They discussed what it was like to be released and able to move on with their lives. Heather informed Stephen that Liz would put them up for a short while, but that Heather would soon be rolling in wealth and that they could afford a large home. Stephen informed Heather that he couldn't stay in Port Charles because he had a job and a new life in Sedona. "You're not staying?" Heather asked. "No, but neither are you," Steve responded. Stephen wanted Heather to start over with him in Sedona, but she refused since she disliked turquoise. Stephen assured Heather that families keep together, but Heather stated that this was precisely why she couldn't go. Heather wanted to be present for Ace's first day of school and other milestones. Stephen informed Heather that this was years away. Heather stated that the judge granted her freedom since she was not responsible for her acts. Stephen corrected Heather, stating that she was still the one who had performed the activities. He persuaded Heather to leave her past behind and go on with her life. "Focus on who you are and not what you did," Stephen advised his mother. Heather believed it made sense and agreed to relocate to Sedona and live with Stephen. "There are things I should do here first, though," Heather responded. Sasha came to Robert's office, and he handed her an envelope containing the paternity findings. He claimed he did not open it so she would know it had not been tampered with. Sasha opened the envelope and read the report. She couldn't believe it confirmed Robert was her father, and she assumed Holly had tampered with the results. Robert assured her that the results were right, but he offered to run another test if she wished. Sasha was surprised and stated that she had always assumed her father had died. Robert stated that when she was born, everyone assumed he was dead, therefore Holly hadn't lied back then. Sasha pointed out that Holly knew he was alive years ago but never told her the truth. Robert stated that Holly had motives even if they were not good ones. He explained that it was better to find out late than never. Sasha seemed upset as she realized she and Cody were first cousins. She apologized for not being more pleased about finding Robert, but understood she was losing Cody. Robert realized that was upsetting news. He informed her that, for what it was worth, he felt lucky. Robert told Sasha that he wanted to get to know her but that she may decide how to proceed. Sasha thanked Robert for his kindness, but she needed to leave. Diane met with Alexis at the hospital so that she could be close to Sam while also keeping her mind occupied while the operation was underway. Alexis told Diane about Molly and Christina's argument, and Sam fled because their conduct was toxic. Alexis remarked that Rick's defense of Ava was exacerbating the situation. Diane was devastated when Alexis informed her that Rick had vacated Heather's sentence and she would be released from prison that day. Alexis updated Diane on Christina's encounter with Rick and Ava at the restaurant. Diane agreed that Rick would use it against Christina in court, but she was confident that Alexis would have Christina prepared to testify. Alexis inquired about Diane's current circumstances. Diane told Alexis. Robert stated that he had no romantic interests for Holly, therefore Diane didn't mind that she was in town. Diane was confident that she and Robert would be going strong long after Holly departed Port Charles. Diane mentioned that she spotted Holly with Sonny, which astonished Alexis. Alexis was unaware that Sonny and Holly knew each other. She prayed Sonny had the foresight to say no to whatever Holly was planning. Nina was on a business call in her office when Sasha entered. Nina could sense Sasha was furious and hung up the phone. Sasha admitted she had been lying to Nina for a long time. "I told you my mother was dead, but the truth is, I only wished she was," Sasha exclaimed. Sasha was amazed Nina didn't despise her. "If I could get past you claiming to be her daughter, I can get past this," Nina said me. Nina questioned why Sasha was admitting now. Sasha informed Nina that her mother was back in Port Charles and that she was Holly Sutton. Sasha stated that a DNA test had recently revealed that Robert was her father and Cody was her first cousin. Sasha wondered whether this was all karmic vengeance for claiming to be Nina's daughter. Nina claimed she had done worse, but they had both changed. Nina claimed Sasha was avoiding giving Cody the truth. Sasha felt it would be terrible to tell him. Nina agreed it would be difficult, but delaying informing Cody made it worse. Anna approached Alexis in the hospital and inquired whether she had heard from Valentine, but Alexis had not. Anna revealed that she was trying to locate him for Laura. Alexis stated that she would examine Cassadine Holdings as soon as possible to see what she could find out. "I think Laura is correct. It is time for Charlotte to return home," Alexis agreed. Diane entered Robert's office and inquired as to his well-being. "I feel like I've been kicked in the gut by a Roo," he remarked. Robert admitted that Sasha Corbin was his daughter. She believed her father had died. "Her mother has recently stated that this is not the case," Robert explained. Diane wondered who Sasha's mother was. Robert admitted that it was Holly. Cody entered the stables as Holly came downstairs. She admitting to poking her head into his room to see whether he was home. Holly informed Cody that they have something in common, the Ice Princess jewelry. "What do you know about that?" Cody asked. "I stole it," Holly told him. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.